Hey, good morning. We will start now. Thank you for being here. Welcome to this partner seminar dedicated to the project approved under the second call for proposals of the Interreg Euromed program. Welcome on board first to the newcomers and also to the well-known partners from the previous programming period or from this period. So this meeting will be on 2 days, today until 12:30 and tomorrow, and from 10 to 12:30 as well. I'm just putting the presentation on the screen. Let's inform you that this seminar is recorded. Just some housekeeping rules. As we have many people, more than 600 people registered for the 2 days, we will not allow the chat because we will have too much interaction in the chat with so many people. But we have planned to have the Q&A function on Teams that allows you to write some questions, and we will moderate the questions and try to answer as much as possible to the questions during the event. If we have too many questions, we will review them and give the answers afterwards, depending on the topic, or you will be also will have the possibility to ask the questions that are more specific to your project officer. We will have dedicated times for the question and answer session. So, of course, you can ask your questions during the presentation, if, for example, you have not understood something, and we will answer during the dedicated times. For this morning, we have two dedicated times for questions and answers. And we'll have also a small break of 5 minutes. So this morning will be dedicated to learn about the approved projects and the governance projects working on your mission, and also on communication and the different tools available for your projects. So I will start with an introduction, and then we will have the presentation from the governance projects that will emphasize their role in the mission and the activities they propose to US thematic projects. But before starting, I invite Mr. Cervelli, coordinator of the JS, for a welcome speech.
Yes, good morning, and thank you, Sophie. Good morning to all of you. First of all, welcome and congratulations for being here with us after a very important selection. I can see on the screen very former partners. You are, as Sophie said, more or less 600 people registered for both days. I can imagine that we will have newcomers and former partners with different expectations, different knowledge on these kind of programs, Interreg in particular, Interreg Med and Euromed. So what is clear that it's impossible to answer to all your questions, doubts, and issues that you can have in that time. So what will be important is also to stick on the ground, to read all documents we have been producing in last months, to take your phone, to call your desk officer, project officer. So what I'm trying to explain that it's not only today, it's a work we have to start, a joint work we have to start today and continue all along the implementation of your projects. But in any case, my colleagues will try to be much as complete as possible, answering to crucial, essential, very important questions about the procedures, rules, templates, gems, and so on, in a very boring way. I'm joking, of course. But my only message for you today is don't forget, please, that we are here all together to cooperate. This is our main issues all together. Try to find common solutions to answer to questions we have raised in the program to face Mediterranean challenges. And for doing that, we need to create synergies, to go outside your territories, your projects, to work in a very tight way with the governance projects, with the European, national, regional institutions. This is our first main concern for the future years. We need all together to be concrete, to be humble, to not imagine that alone we can find the only solution available for all people. So this is our force. This is my message for you today. Just to finish and to let my colleagues take the floor, you know as well, maybe better than us, that we have incredible tools now, in particular on artificial intelligence, and in the past, it has been already used, probably for reading also application form, but in particular for summarizing some seminars in the past. Be careful. Be careful. You know, we have a very strict regulation on data protection. You cannot spread out information without authorization, previous authorization by all participants and so on. And also, from my point of view, it could be dangerous to put online not official document coming from the Joint Secretariat of the program itself or the country partners. So please, of course, it's not forbidden, but don't use new tools as official documents. Thank you very much. Enjoy the seminar.
Thank you, Curcio. So I will start with a short presentation of the different bodies and the Joint Secretariat in particular. So you know that there are many bodies that are part of a program from the European Commission, of course, the monitoring committee of the program, the managing authority, the Joint Secretariat, the accounting authority that pays projects, the audit authority for the audits, but also on the side of the national authorities and national contact points and national controllers. So those are the bodies we have in each of the countries are playing a role important around the projects, some with a direct contact and others with an indirect contact with the projects. We will come back on the different roles also tomorrow. But let's have a zoom to the Joint Secretariat in order to present ourselves. I'm Sophie Cervellis and I'm the project unit manager. We have, for the moment, 7 project officers, as one is under recruitment, so we don't know yet who will join our team in a few months, we hope. Each project officer is responsible for one mission. And the project officer that is missing now is responsible for the governance priority of the program. But we have also our resource coordination unit Present here also for the financial, let's say, and administrative procedures, our communication and IT unit, and we have an administrative assistant. Let's go a little bit further on the roles of each unit. So your project officer is the first entry point, let's say, for you to the Joint Secretariat. It's really your first contact person for everything. You have already met them online, by email, and few of you will also meet them during the kickoff events they will participate in or during the events of the governance projects. They are here to support you in the project pre-contracting and contracting phase, in the project monitoring, in the they are here also for all the implementation of the project, let's say, and are part of the Euromed for Governance group, that is a group dedicated to the governance project and the Joint Secretariat in order to work together on the results amplification strategy of the program. While on the results coordination unit, you have the financial officers that are following the financial monitoring of the program and are supporting the project officers on the specific financial issues and questions for the projects. So you can be in direct contact with them or through your project officer, it depends. And they are responsible also for the payments, the audits, etc. We have our communication and IT unit with our communication officers and our IT officer in charge of all the tools and specifically the websites, GEMS, Basecamp, the organization of events, the communication of events and information from the projects and the program, etc. And our coordinator that is responsible for the monitoring committee and for managing all of us. For any general question, you can use the program email. And for specific questions on your project, of course, you can contact, as I said, directly your project officer. Of course, all of this is made in order to implement projects. Considering the project, the thematic projects are at the heart of the program, and they are producing results on the ground, and they have a direct impact on the territories they work on. While we have the governance project that are here to support the use, the transfer, the mainstreaming of those results at the mission level, and to coordinate with stakeholders within and outside the Euromed area. And each project, but also each program body, has its specific role in the program results amplification strategy. The strategy, which is available, of course, on the website, I'm sure you have read it before you applied, but if not, please go and have a look at it. It includes a detailed number of activities for each entity involved in the implementation of the program, according to their position and role in the program. Of course, some actors are more involved than others in the implementation of the strategy, like the governance projects that are at the very heart of the strategy. But there is a specific place, of course, for the thematic projects in these mechanisms, as they are the heart of the production of knowledge, solutions, and strategies. Their role in this strategy, so your role in this strategy, is to ensure a high quality of results by learning from existing outputs and outcomes, building on the most successful ones, in order to maximize the impact of your actions on your territories. To do so, you must, of course, work hand in hand with the governance projects that are responsible for supporting the dissemination, the transfer, the mainstreaming of the results, which will be amplified by a collective ownership, let's say. So the thematic projects, you have to participate in the activities proposed by the governance projects that are in charge of your mission. We have identified, and in the terms of references and in the program manual, different compulsory activities, some of them linked, of course, to the coordination with the governance project. We have put here some indicative activities like face-to-face meetings, joint events, and a video, but also training material that you will have to produce jointly or in coordination, let's say, with the governance project. It's important to consider those activities, but not also those, but the ones specifically proposed by the governance project in your timeline, in your time plan. It's really important because for us, there is no project, inter-European project working on its own. All projects are working together, first of all in the mission and at the program level. So there is no projects, individual project that is working alone. And really, you can benefit from the experience and support of the governance projects. And all the activities you will do with them, of course, can be financed by your project. For example, for the academy that we are supporting and developing together with the governance projects, it will serve as a training platform to support the dissemination and transfer of knowledge and results. And in this framework, all the thematic projects will have to participate in the joint elaboration of pedagogical material, depending, of course, on the project results, of your project results and your project objectives. But first of all, there will be a short video presentation to be published. And for this video, of course, we will give you some indication on how to develop it in order to have a harmonized and common approach on them. So, of course, for more details on the activities, you will have information from your governance project on the activities that can be developed with them. Here are your projects, all the 56 projects approved under the second call that belongs to a mission. So it's important to have this image in mind that you are working together in your mission. More in details, we have here all the projects approved so far in the program. We have the eight governance projects that started in January 2023, and we have the 56 thematic project that started in January 2024. In those thematic projects, we have approved 8 study projects, 40 test projects, 8 transfer projects. And below, you can see the share of projects per mission. So 14 in the Innovative Sustainable Economy mission, 13 in the Natural Heritage mission, 19 in the Green Living Areas mission, and 10 in the Sustainable Tourism mission. We have about half of the program or budget already committed so far. And if we go now regarding the governance projects, you have here their names. You see that we have the names are depending on the mission and the type of project. So it's easy to identify them. And thematic community projects within the governance projects, we have 2 types, the thematic community project and the institutional dialogue project that are working in pair for each of the 4 missions. The thematic community projects, just to remind you that they are aimed to build a community among the thematic projects. That's why they have already contacted you in order to get a first contact and to invite you to the first event that will start, let's say, the community building activities of the mission. And they will facilitate the resource transfers to stakeholders and the reuse and the transfer of the results. The institutional dialogue projects aim to amplify the transfer of policies by fostering a focused dialogue among policymakers and their stakeholders. So they will work hand in hand with you and with the thematic projects in order to bring the policy change based on the results of each of your projects. We have already about 600 partners in all those 64 approved projects, spread all around the cooperation area of the program and even more. So we have partners from all 14 countries participating in the program, and from not all the 69 regions, but almost already. We have here tried to summarize in just one sentence your projects. For each of the missions, I will not go in details on that. You will, of course, we will publish the PowerPoint, the presentations on our website, so you have the information. The objective is also for you to know who else is working on the same mission and probably maybe on the same topic in order to identify synergies. I won't go further on that because the governance project are already working on analyzing your projects and trying to to cluster the projects in different topics in order to favor the synergies and the cooperation between the projects. They will already just afterwards have some common presentation on that, but they will work on that and will present this work during the events they are planning. But just for you to know a little bit more about the project, you will have this information in the presentation we will publish. So that's it from my side on the general, let's say, presentation. The objective was really for you to have a general overview of where we are at program level and to well understand your role as thematic projects, and mostly also the importance to work in cooperation with the governance projects of your mission and with the projects with which you can have synergies and complementarities. I will give now the floor to the governance projects in order for them to present in a few minutes their mission and the activities they plan to propose you. We will start with the Sustainable Innovative Economy mission with Alessandro and Maria. You want to share yourself your presentation?
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Just confirm if you can see.
Yes. Yes.
The
presentation mode yet.
Not in presentation mode. Yeah, it's going. Okay, good morning. I'm Alessandro D'Arraio. I'm the coordinator for the Emilia-Romagna region of the institutional dialogue project on this mission, so innovative sustainable economy. I will share the presentation with Maria, but we will try to be very, very quick. Just to give you an idea, let's say, of what we are planning, how we are translating the role that we have as governance projects. but of course you will learn more during the kickoff meeting we are participating in the projects. The role, let's say, or the governance project, as Sophie said, more or less, we are supposed to be sort of bridge between the work of the thematic project, so the innovative solution you are supposed to develop, and let's say structural policies, agenda, other kind of let's say structural initiatives in the area, in the Mediterranean region, in order, let's say, to make the impact of what is done by Interreg more durable and sustainable over time. This bridge is thought, as you are supposed to know, two pillars in a way. Now, the thematic community is a little bit closer to the thematic project, and it concentrate on facilitating the exchanging and enhancing synergies for transfer and mainstreaming of the result, while the institutional dialogue project is more supposed to create the linkages, but as we imagine also to create the favorable condition in order for the result of the Interreg projects, the thematic project, to be relevant for, let's say, the actors outside the Interreg world. The two projects, we are working quite well together, but let's say, we have two different projects with in total 8 partner organizations, quite spread across the Mediterranean region. The organizations are mainly national and regional governmental authorities, networks again of public authorities, but also of private organizations acting at the Mediterranean level, also, let's say, outside the program area, and let's say universities, research center, and sectoral agencies which are more, let's say, a more technical expertise on the mission area. And we also have associated 24 organizations which are rather large. In this case, a lot of them networks at the Mediterranean level in order not to help us to make this bridging that I mentioned before. Just to give you, let's say, in a very nutshell, some hints on the overall approach in this case that we are following in the institutional dialogue project. Let's say we are using as a polar star this three concepts. One is the concept of transformative innovation policy. As you know, innovative sustainable economy is the only mission in the program covering both smarter Mediterranean objective and greener Mediterranean objective. So we are following this approach of orienting innovation toward to accelerate, to boost the transition towards sustainable development. So this is something we really want to work on. The way we want to do is through this concept of integrated territorial development. So the idea that we need to mix different kind of policies, but also different kind of funding and investment in order to make them coherent and aligned for the transition. And this also needs to be done at, let's say, in a multi-level way, because challenges, as you know, are very transcalar. So the same challenge apply differently at different territorial scales, and we want to work really from the ground until the macro-regional level at the Mediterranean level. Well, it seems quite theoretical, but let's say when we will starting working together, it will be easy to understand. We focused in the project, let's say our action, we will focus, let's say, at 2 levels. So with you, we will try to work, we say locally. So we develop territorial action, and we will have this this tool that is called Transformative Innovation Policy Labs. But also the other pillar, let's say, is to work at the Mediterranean level. And in this, we are promoting, and your collaboration will be crucial, what we call the Innovative Sustainable Economy Community Hub, in order to facilitate now the pan-Mediterranean exchanges. I pass the floor to Maria in order to go on with the presentation and starting, let's say, giving some hints on the thematic community project. So,
Thanks.
Maria, yeah.
Yes. Okay, I guess you can hear me. Thanks, Alessandro. So also to complement the institutional dialogue project, as Alessandro has explained, the thematic community project aims to follow the process of this collective knowledge and learning from you, the thematic projects. And again, congratulations. We are very happy to welcome you on board of the mission. And also, just to let you know, lead partners should have received also a warm welcome email introducing a bit the mission and the governance project's upcoming plan activities, just so you are aware of this email. And particularly, differently from the IDP, the thematic community project is creating and planning a set of activities to facilitate these exchanges and enhance synergies, as Alessandro has said. And particularly, for example, we started with the Observatory of Innovative Sustainable Economy Practices in the Mediterranean to analyze relevant publications. And this is led by Senior 21. I think they are also here. Also, we are creating a peer review of key outputs and an analysis of key outputs potentialities contributing to the sustainable development goals. And this will be feeding an interactive catalog of your solutions. And this is led by Palmer, University of Siena, and Dynamic Vision, respectively. We are also planning to facilitate tailor-made transferring activities between givers, in this case, driven by you, the owners of the solutions, and takers, other interested institutions in taking or replicating your solutions. And this is led by MioExte. And finally, mainstreaming results through policy papers and more aligned with the conditions created by the IDP. And this is led by MedWaves. And if you can move forward, Alessandro. So yeah, from this, we want to highlight two key activities to support you. First of all, we call us the thematic projects and the governance projects of the mission, this innovative sustainable economy community of practice. And what do we mean by a community of practice? This will be transformed basically in organized online or in-person gatherings with you every 6 months, and facilitate 4 key actions. This connection among each other through community building activities, also learning, offering you a series of trainings, but also facilitating cross-fertilization activities among you. Also share relevant documents or outputs and collaborate by aligning events or creating deliverables, joint papers. And we will remind you later, but we will launch this community in Marseille the 18th of June. And next slide, please. And also regarding this learning action, what we want to support you is in the implementation of your projects and align your support, our support with your needs. And we are already envisaging a first more general training and focus on more on getting to know each other, but we will further ask you about your needs and evaluate what we can offer as a consortium. First preliminary expertise mapping has been done, and we already list here some preliminary list of different skills that we could or technical capacities that we could offer. And next slide. Alessandro, next slide. Thank you. Also, as Alessandro mentioned, led by CPMR and the Institutional Dialogue Project, another transversal activity is this is the Community Hub, defined as the community of organizations and individuals bringing together the quadruple helix that share the same goals of the mission. And compared to the COP, this includes also external actors and institutions. And similar to the COP, we are framing this space along these 4 pillars, again, connecting, learning, sharing, and collaborating. And you have already received more information, but in the previous slide, you will see here that you can become an ambassador, because this is still work in progress and we want to be super aligned. And in the 26th of March, we will do this online workshop session to show you how we visualize this hub and how we could align with your ideas. And next slide. Also, within this framework, to enhance collaboration with external actors, the Institutional Dialogue Project is leading this activity by creating two types of mission coordination bodies, the Institutional Sounding Board and the Mission Consultative Bodies. And just so you know, some of these actors are also our associated partners. And just to finish with a couple of save the date that I've already mentioned somehow, but the first is the second Met Innovation Camp that will be in Barcelona during the 9th and 10th of May. And target audience compose different project partners from the mission, but also other missions, and S3 policymakers and practitioners. And the Catalan government, through the Institutional Dialogue Project, is leading this activity. And very soon we'll be inviting you to create this come together with S3 policymakers from your regions. And you can also check the video of the first one that was done in Sarajevo about the population of rural areas. Yep, you can pass, thank you. And finally, the Thematic Community Project in parallel will organize the launch event of the COP, as I mentioned, and the first Met Innovation Day in Marseille, the 18th and 19th of June. And we expect between 2 and 3 members per thematic project, even if it's possible local ones, French ones in this case. And we align these events with key other relevant ones, such as the ACR Plus 30th General Assembly, the European Week of Waste Reduction Award ceremony, and the final event of Life Smart Waste Project. And we would also like to have higher impact by joining target audiences, as well as being part of the EU Green Week partner event. So you will also receive further information about these joint events and registration processes. And that's it. Just to remind you about our social media. Just so you know, I think the mission email falls under your spam folder. So just check and change us for a trustful sender. And that's it. Thank you so much for your attention on behalf of the big Governance for Innovation family. Any doubts? We are here for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Alessandro and Maria. We will have the time for the questions after all the presentations. So if you have questions, just send them and we will answer afterwards. Let's go to the mission on natural heritage with Caterina and Marilena, please. Are you going to share the presentation by yourself?
Yes.
Perfect.
Ciao, good morning. So
Good morning.
I'm Caterina Pratico, and I represent CONISMA, lead partner of Community for Nature project. Tell me if you see my screen, please.
Yes, but not yet in presentation mode.
Not yet. Now? Yes, it should be. You see it?
Not yet in presentation mode.
Well, I see it in presentation mode.
Maybe to have a second screen or...
Let me check, sorry. Yes. So, now?
No.
No?
Caterina, you should share the screen or not the window.
Now? You see it?
We see it, but not in presentation mode.
Now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. So, okay, so we are going to present the mission for nature, And above all, you will see we give a little presentation of how the community of practice is looking now, and how it will become once we include into the team also our thematic projects. So you see now we already set up the community of practice, and if we count the partners and the associated partners of the two projects, Community for Nature and Dialogue for Nature, we are already more than 60 organizations together. But we also include there other key stakeholders, and of course I said already the associated partners, and we are already more than 100 organizations. So with the partners of the thematic projects, we will be a big group. The two governance projects, we tried to make in these slides things very simple, because you know the architecture is complex, and we try to make you understand how things are going to go during this year, and how we want to perform together this community that, as you see in this slide, will become little by little with a slow process what we want to call Mediterranean Resilience Network. So how we work, the thematic community project, that is Community for Nature, create a community, study and assess the transferability of results, and promote the reuse of solutions and their transferring to other territories. While the role of the institutional dialogue project, that is the Dialogue for Nature project, promote policy, harmonization and innovative governance practices, and establish dialogue to mainstream solutions to effective policies. As you see here, the roles are not overlapping, but quite similar. The field of intervention is different. We work more on the community for Nature is working more on a practical field, while the institutional dialogue project, Dialogue for Nature, is working more on a policy level. What you see now is the main activities that we are implementing, and in orange you see what we are requesting to the thematic projects as a direct contribution to the activities. So first of all, the mission for Nature is fostering solutions transferring and amplifying the impact. It offers the space for the creation of a community of practice resulting to the Mediterranean Resilience Network, gather community stakeholders and open to new external targets to facilitate the transfer in practice, the creation of thematic working groups and collaborative work, and offers a portfolio of services and a variety of tailored services to members of the community and to external targets. What the thematic projects are expected? They are expected to participate in all these activities, increasing the visibility of their own results and supporting, transferring, and link with the external targets. Then another activity is the sharing knowledge together. The Natural Heritage Mission create educational modules in the Interreg Euromed Academy, promoting also the solutions offered by the thematic project. And the mission also plans 2 in-presence summer schools. One is already planned for this year in Slovenia in June, and another one in Greece. We think it will be in 2 years. The resources recipient repository will be created, including the thematic project solutions, and the most transferable ones will be included in the missions catalog. What we expect from thematic projects, they can provide the resources to be included in the courses of the summer schools and then of the online Euromed Academy in forms of videos, publications, presentations, podcasts, etc. Then we foresee the general public engagement. In this, for explaining this, I pass the floor to my colleague Marilena Mokianaki from a region of Crete that is leading the other project. Thank you, Marilena.
Thank you, Caterina. Welcome to all the thematic projects from me too. We also want to engage the public in whatever we want to achieve. So in order to achieve this, we organize every year at the second semester the Solve the Challenge awareness raising campaign focusing on a yearly selected topic. This is achieved mainly through social media, and the results are always discussed at the annual institutional dialogue event that we organize at the end of the year. Last year we focused on the coastal erosion, and we will soon announce the topic that we will do for the 2024. Next slide. Caterina, can you change the slide, please? Thank you very much. Also, an important part of the mission is the policy engagement. The mission supports dialogue with policymakers and aims to integrate technical solutions offered by the thematic project into mainstream policies. We want to help you with whatever means we can in order to achieve the maximum engagement and in order to achieve more as a whole community. So we do that through the annual institutional dialogue events, with technical working groups, with advocacy, and with synergies with wide networks. We are invited to join these events, these activities, share with us your policy needs and aspiration, and together to achieve as much as possible as a team. Next slide. Thank you. So the thematic projects that fall under our mission are 13. We have put a little bit of information in the next slides, and we have some thematics that they fall under. Under protecting restoration and marine environment, we have 3. Under forest management, we have 1. Under the next slide, please. Thank you. Under reduction of anthropogenic pressures in coastal areas, we have 2. And under solutions and tools for wetlands, we have also 2. Next one. Thank you. In the topic of risk management of climate changes impacts, we have for the drought, we have 1 for the drought, 1 from the flood, 1 from the sea level rise, and 1 from the wildfires. And last but not least, about soil carbon farming, we have also 1. So in order not to be tiresome and to sum up the events that follows for the next while. We have at the end of February an online meeting with also with you in order to explain in more detail the specific of the mission and how we will proceed from now and on. At the first semester of this year, we will do also working groups meetings that will be online. At the June, we have the in-person meeting that we hope that we meet and discuss all the matters with you in person. And also, as Katerina said before, we have the summer school in Slovenia that you will hear. You have already been informed about that, and we will tell you more details in the next meeting. Also, at the second semester, we will do working group meetings also online and in presence. And at the end of the year, we have the second annual institutional dialogue event that we will do in person. Obviously, we are happy to attend to your activities and the near kickoff meetings, and we hope to have a fruitful collaboration and again, wholehearted welcome to the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Katerina and Marilena. So let's go to Green Living Areas mission with Bernard presenting and Danilo. Are you going to share directly your presentation?
Yes. Good morning. Yes, we will share the presentation. But I think, Danilo, you will start first.
No, I just want to say congratulations to all of the thematic projects that you get the project and you start the project. I know it's not easy. First to get the project, and it's not easy to implement the project. Today you will get a lot of information, so please don't be scared. We are not something dangerous. We want to help you. We want to give you support you. We want to give added value to your results. So we will work together and to build our community. And with this, of course, I welcome you all in Euromed community. And Bernard, start the presentation. I will just jump in when we are coming to the community event. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Danilo. In fact, almost everything has been said. So congratulations again, and notably for the.
Sorry to interrupt, Bernard, but we see the present. We don't see the full screen. We see the presentation with your notes. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So, Green Living Areas mission. In fact, I think that the 19 Thematics project know that it's mainly regarding climate change and risk management, and the thematic projects will aim, as we on the governance level, governance project level, aim to improve the life of the Mediterranean citizens, and we will together develop tools, solutions, policies in this with this objective. So in the next slide, we will show you as how the two governance projects are organized, how the mission is organized. So on one side, the community for living areas with the aim of building a community, as it was already mentioned, with the aim of focusing on technical and strategic content and on the replicability of the expertise, solutions, and technical tools which are going to be developed by the thematic projects. On the dialogue for living areas side, we will more work on the policy level, and we will do our best to take the results of the thematic projects and bring these results to the policy level and see if we can create new policies or with your results adapt existing policies, still with this objective of improving the life of the Mediterranean citizens. We will mainly work on what we call policy instruments, so plans, strategies, and policies. In the next slide, we have been inspired both by the innovative sustainable economy mission and the nature mission, because as it was mentioned, on one side that the community will work on mainly on tools and methodologies. On the other side, the dialogue will work on policy instruments, but we have also this image of bridge, because in the middle we have the thematic projects, and they will be supported through thematic working groups or through dialogue working groups with the experts we have together at the mission level, and also with your experts within your own partnerships, in order to develop tools and methodologies and policy instruments which could be mature, replicable, and valuable for the whole Mediterranean community. In the next slides, we will explain quickly the really next steps, and the first main step will be the launching of the community. So perhaps Danilo, you would like to take the floor.
Thank you, Bernard. Yeah, as you already know, and I hope you all save the date, on the 10th of the 11th April, we will organize the first huge community event. I think it's one of the most important kickoff event from the thematic project. First day, 10th of April, we want that at least lead partner, communication manager, and technical partner is involved. If you involve more partners, example, if you also get some public partners to come with you, it will be quite perfect also for both community, for both project. But we will start with launching the work. We will starting with launching our thematic working groups, which we will. Now we are actually in the stage of the mapping of all of you. You must know 19 project, the most project from each of the mission, 160 institutions which are involved in the green living area mission projects. So it's a lot. So we will map, and based on this, we will prepare the thematic working groups, which will be then continuous, starting the work through the year 2024, and then of course in the future. And we will also present our goal, which is coming to the ETO model, which is as a governance model developed to integrate the solution into territorial planning using this holistic approach. And then the second day, of course, what is important then on this event, so both projects will go in the, will present to you the what we want to do with you, your support in the nutshell. So we will take more time to discuss what we want to do, because on this kind of online session we don't have time, and I think the personal meetings are always better. On the second day, Bernard.
Yes, on the second day, we will follow the exchanges. If you don't mind, Danilo, I would just like to add something regarding the first day. Of course, before this kickoff event, we will have the opportunities through the specific kickoff events of the thematic projects to exchange with the thematic projects. But on the 10th of April, you will get the opportunity to really summarize your projects and your expectations, both on the community for living areas level and on the dialogue for living areas level. And on the second day, so on the 11th of April, we will have more exchanges open to the citizens, open to the policy level, also open to the planning in general. And for the second day, it will be more than important if also apart from the lead partners, communication partners, and technical partners, some public stakeholders from your partnerships could participate, mainly regional local authorities, as we have a few of them in the partnerships, because we will try to have a first policy session and try to engage the thematic project through the lead partners and through the public partners of the thematic project in this first step of the institutional dialogue. So we will come back to you regarding this event, of course. One additional information regarding the institutional dialogue process, if it's possible, if we have the time. In fact, what we have designed now is try to involve and engage the thematic projects at two levels. At the level of the thematic project itself, because we are sure that your objective is also to go to the policy level. So we would like to work with you and bring you any assistance to get this opportunity to valorize your results, to be used by the policymakers. But also we would like to engage a strong dialogue with your public partners, because we know that your public partners are mainly interested by policies, and we would like to engage them in the dialogue process. We would like to identify some champions among these public partners, and we would like to propose them to join the dialogue community in implementing a living lab methodology in order to design new policies or improve existing policies which are centered on your centers of interest. So, and for that, at the institutional dialogue level, we will have a main first event or results, hopefully, that will be the first institutional dialogue that we will implement in the frame of the EU Week of Regions and Cities in October in Brussels. Thank you very much.
Thank you to both of you. Right in time, in the 10 minutes. Thank you very much for that. So last but not least, let's go to the Sustainable Tourism mission with Georgina and Julia for the presentation. Are you going to present, share the presentation by yourself? Okay, perfect.
Yes, Sophie, I'm going to share the thing right now. Hope you see it.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, I'm Georgina Calvo. I represent the tourism department of the Barcelona Provincial Council, and we are leading the thematic community project of the Sustainable Tourism Mission. I will share this presentation with the representative of Dialogue for Tourism project. My part will be mainly focused in the thematic projects that we have now welcomed in our community, while Julia will later on give an overview of the main activities of our mission. So we wanted to start by highlighting the fact that the Sustainable Tourism Mission, as you may already know, is covering the 4 specific objectives of the program. So this means that all these objectives will be covered through our projects, and we will take this very much into consideration when trying to find synergies with thematic projects of other missions as well. So we will try to involve all the missions within our activities. Well, this is an overview of the partnerships of both projects. Besides this, we have besides the 2 partnerships, we have also the associated organizations, which for the 2 of us, it's almost 50 more organizations. And in our case, we wanted also to start mentioning that we were leading the horizontal project of sustainable tourism during the last programming period, developing several activities related to community building, transferring, and capitalization, which have given us a lot of experience and also a lot of lessons to learn that we will try to implement in this programming period. Also related to the past programming period, these are some relevant publications that a sustainable tourism community we developed. One of them is the first one is the catalog of outputs and results. And many of the projects that are part of our community now are building on results from the past. So here you will find a lot of resources that you can use. But we also encourage you to check all the other publications that we have. So here are some facts and figures about the thematic projects that have been incorporated in the Sustainable Tourism Mission. As you mentioned before, in our mission, we have for now 10 projects that represent a total investment of 18.5 million euros. In the first table, you can see how the specific objectives, these 4 specific objectives, are covered through the project. But as we expect that this year 2 more calls will be open, we expect really soon, maybe in 1 year, to welcome more projects in our community and covering more of these topics. So here is the summary of projects of the community, plus a short description of each one. What we have been doing during these last weeks is to organize different bilateral meetings with thematic projects to discuss basically informally about both of our activities and the work plans. What we have done within the Community for Tourism project is to distribute the follow-up of each thematic project through a figure that we used before and that we call the angels. This organization of Community for Tourism will be the reference for the thematic project assigned in the link with the community. So this will help us a lot to follow up very closely the activities and the implementation of the projects of the thematic projects, and it will help us a lot in our aim to facilitate exchanges, identify synergies, disseminate and amplify the outreach of the results of the project, transfer these results, and on a last stage, integrate them into policies and strategies. To finalize, I just wanted to add that we will organize the kickoff meeting of the community in Rome in April. All the projects of the community are already aware of this, and we will present there very much into detail the activities that will support the implementation of the thematic projects, such as the creation of thematic working groups, and how we will involve other stakeholders in our activities. And now I will give the floor to Julia Saiz Pardo, who will give you more details in this regard. I'll try to, okay.
Thank you, Georgina. Good morning, everyone. My name is Julia Saiz Pardo, lead partner of Dialogue for Tourism. We are a Legado Andalucía Foundation, a regional ministry of tourism of Andalusia in Spain. First, thank you very much to the IES for the organization of this seminar, because as Mr. Cucho Cervelli and my colleagues were remarking, it is very important for us as institutional dialogue project to take advantage of the synergies that we can have and to work together towards our objectives. So congratulations to all projects selected in this call. And as one of my colleagues was remarking, don't be afraid to contact us to have different discussions about how to cooperate and how to collaborate and how to be together in events. So as you see here, these are our main objectives: facilitate exploitation, sharing and reuse of knowledge, experiences and project results from the thematic community. This is extremely important because we are speaking here about previous results, but as well as the results that are going to emerge from all your work in the coming years. So that is why we have starting by doing a mapping of existing policies. And we are interested in collaborate with you as a project level, but as well as with the public partners that are among your partnership. Because we, Dialogue for Tourism, we are a network of 10 partners and 25 associated partners. And I think that our main strength is the profile of the members of our partnership. and of our associated partners, because we have here national, regional authorities in order to increase the coordination between actors of the policy level acting of the Mediterranean and beyond. But as well, we have in our partnership a network, important networks at a Mediterranean and beyond the Mediterranean level as a network of Mediterranean Chamber of Commerce. Next slide, please, Georgina. So we have here the whole picture because today we have limited time. This our main objectives, because for us it is very important to improve the coordination among policy actors within and beyond the Euromed area. That is why we also would like to know about your associated partners in order how we can work to transfer the results of the thematic community project. Of course, we are working very closely C4T and D4T among different committee boards in order to maximize our collaboration and the impact that we would like to reach at policy level. Next slide, Georgina, please. So here we have the goals to work in governance in the Med area and beyond through an open discussion. This is very important for us, so feel free to show your concerns and how we can improve a step forward, and in order to cause a real impact through our policy paper and the different activities that I'm going to tell you now. Next slide, Georgina, please. So we would like to create this collective state of mind in the sustainable tourism mission. Let's say first steps are already given, working together, Community for Tourism and Dialogue for Tourism, but we would like to count on you in order to create and advance in this collective state of mind. Next slide, please. So I don't know if Georgina would like to speak about very quick about the main activities and proposals of Community for Tourism.
Well, I think that we can leave this. I think we do not have enough time, but after 2 slides, I think there is a summary of both of our activities. So, yes. Well, the main activities are here highlighted with this yellow star, but this is something that all the projects will get to know better in the coming weeks.
Yeah, we will go into details. We will have the opportunity. Next slide, please. So for Dialogue for Tourism, our main activities that we would like just to give you the main picture will be, we are going to organize sustainable tourism policy labs, the driving tourism transition panels, the driving tourism transition hub, the expansion of the network of sustainable tourism observatories that was created in the previous programming period, the cross-network alliance, the advocacy strategy, and the digital awareness days. Next slide, Georgina, please. So you have here the whole picture of both projects. Because we would like to animate the community of projects on sustainable tourism with the creation as well of thematic working groups and Mediterranean clusters. This is an activity of Community for Tourism mainly, and to create the Joint Med platform and knowledge hub on sustainable tourism from Community Tourism Initiative as well. Then we would like, we are working on the driving tourism transition panel, which is going to be a network of 60 policy makers in order to give their contribution to all our work of capitalizing and the creation of policy papers and policy recommendations. So the participation as well in the events of the community as the Med Sustainable Tourism Convention, the Cross Network Alliance and other events, and the participation in transferring activities, workshops and capacity building sessions as the Sustainable Tourism Policy Labs and the Mediterranean Sustainable Strategy on Tourism and the ECCERT-M protocol. So this is, let's say, the whole picture of the main activities that we are going to carry out within the next year for you to have some initial ideas. Next slide, please. So this was that Georgina was remarking. This is going to be the kickoff meeting of the Interreg Euromed Sustainable Tourism Community on 10th and 11th April in Rome. Dialogue for Tourism, we are going to be there in order to give our contribution and that everything that is needed on our side. And then we were asked to give some details about the events that we are going to carry out within this year. We would like very quickly to inform about the open and official session and roundtable of the Cross Network Alliance that we are going to have the 24th April in Marseille. You will have further details for registration because we are going to organize it in person and online. In September, our partner, Greening the Island, is going to organize in Ischia, in Italy, the presentation and new additions to the network of sustainable tourism for observatories for interested institutions with a special interest in those public institutions from associated partners based in the southern shore of the Mediterranean. In October, we are going to have the presentation of the roadmap for the Sustainable Tourism Policy Labs in a seminar in Granada, which is going to be a hybrid event. We are going to have as well the presentation of the action plan for boosting the impact of reuse and transfer by our partner EPTPO in Croatia in October. And in November, we are going to participate in the MEDA Week in Barcelona, where we are going to present, we are going to have a session about the Sustainable Tourism Policy Lab that we would like to address to all the missions by our partner ASCAME, Association of Chambers of the Mediterranean from Barcelona. Last, we would like to mention the event that we have organized on January in Greece by our partner EPLO, which is called Circle the Med, where we present the activities of the Cross Network Alliance for Tourism. It was an opportunity to network with policymakers, where we had the opportunity as well to have a meeting with the members of the urban agenda of the European Commission. So, and to finish, we are going to organize the Digital Awareness Day at the end of the year. We have the first session this year, and it was a very important opportunity to take advantage of all the synergies, because it is important as Sustainable Tourism Mission. We are a very cross network, you know, we are very transversal mission. So it is important to have this open dialogue. And I would like to say as well that some of our partners are partners in other missions, and they are going to be, let's say, our ambassadors through the other missions to carry out these objectives. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much to both of you, Georgina and Julia, and to all our governance projects. So just to sum up what has been said here by all our governance projects, you have a first idea of the diverse activities that are applied by each project, each mission, the tools and methodologies for sharing information, presenting the information, etc., will be further proposed and discussed with your governance, with the governance projects, and mainly in the first events, I think that they are going to be organized by them. You have already some dates to save, others are coming, and you can, as Thematic project, share the date of your kickoff meetings so that the governance project can eventually participate in. Please be reactive when they contact you also in order to have this smooth exchange and information, and support from the governance project as well in some of your activities, so you can save also time and resources. Let's have a 5-minute comfort break, and we will come back and answer to your questions, to the first round of questions just after the break, and then we will go through the communication activities. Thank you. Okay, let's come back. I hope everybody has the opportunity to have its comfort break and came back on the screen. So let's go with the questions. The first question we have is, no, this is the last one, so I will go from the first one. Is there a specific format for the training material of Euromed Academy? E.g., should be PowerPoint, report, ebook, recorded webinar, what else? So there is no, for the moment, specific one-fits-all format, because the sessions, the training sessions and the training courses will be organized during the lifetime of the projects, and depending on the need, the material will be adapted. So you will, of course, if you have planned training materials in particular, you will have your own, and there will be a discussion with the steering board of the academy on and the work with the governance project in the organization of each training program, let's say. And depending on that, the material will be adapted. Second question, I understood that it's compulsory to produce a video on the project. Is that right? Yes, this was written in the terms of reference of the code. So, and you were supposed to put this activity as a compulsory activity in the application form. Some projects have not done it, so during the pre-contracting phase, your project officers are asking you to add those activities. This video will be also framed through the academy, so with the steering board of the academy that will give some guidance on how to create this 1-minute video in order to have a harmonized approach. And we will have the possibility to have a video for each of the projects. So it will be really useful and for the project and for the governance project and for the program to use in different contexts. Third question, the projects have already started, but when will we have the necessary templates for each sharing task required by governance projects, like presentation templates, good practices, so as to avoid double work? Yes, the projects have already started, and you will be asked, each governance project will communicate with you before or during the first event in order to communicate to you which information they need. In any case, they won't impose something different from what we do, but maybe to take some information and to reorganize it, etc. So this will be each governance project will contact you and give you this information if they need, depending on the timing and the calendar of their activities. Last question we have for the moment is, does a partner with project under another mission, such as the natural mission, have the opportunity to participate in the meetings under another mission, such as green living areas mentioned here? Yes, there is no there is no problem on our side of that. If, of course, there are some topics that can be shared between different missions, there is not a silo approach. We tried not to have a silo approach by specific objective, and there are specific objectives that are shared between different missions. Of course, there can be an interest for a project to follow the work of another mission, and this is for sure possible. Contact the responsibles and the contact person of the governance project of the mission you are interested in, and get in contact with them, and you will have all the information you need. Of course, from the program side, we will also republish the information on all the events of the different missions. So you will, and you can also use and follow the social media of all of the missions in order to have more information and up-to-date information. So, there is a last question. Can you please confirm that the reporting periods for each Euromed project starting on 1st January and closing on 30 September are 5? All this information, you will have it tomorrow, so on the reporting. So I won't answer to a question on the reporting today, so that I'm sure that you will participate in the in tomorrow session. So let's go. I will give the floor to my colleagues from the communication unit. We have here Olga, Céline, and Florian. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Sophie. Good morning, everyone. And we share the presentation. First of all, welcome to the Interreg Euromed program from the communication unit. And so now that your project has been approved, it's time to talk about communication. And that is a very important topic for us. So I hope that each of your project has at least a communication officer or someone in charge of communication, and that is here following the meeting. Okay. Yes. Just to insist that communication is very important because it helps to reach your stakeholders, your target, to share good practices, knowledge, and overall the project results. So we will be here to clarify the main information, and we will be at your disposal for any needs during your project lifespan. In practical, in terms of deliverable from the communication unit, we expect at first a communication strategy that for the project duration. Here you can see it's written communication and capitalization strategy, because it's important to start thinking on capitalization from the
Olga, on t'entend plus.
We cannot hear you anymore, yes.
I start from what do you from the communication strategy?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So what we expect is a document that picks the most important point for you to have a strategy for the most important action. So we will then share a template, a document to help you, because we expect really a simple document to have in mind the main goals and objectives, your communication target, which channels are you involve, and the key messages. And after that, we ask for monitor your communication. So once a year, we will give you a form to fill with some key numbers, just to measure the impact of the communication, and then basically to comply with the UN program rules. That it's of course very important, and we will see later in the branding section more in details what this means. This is, as previously said by my colleagues and by Governance Project, you know that you are part of an ecosystem, so you know that each thematic project belongs to a mission, and there are 2 governance projects that manage the mission. So please remember this also in communication. It's you have to coordinate and collaborate with your governance projects and to help the mission communication. The program will provide you with a website. Basecamp tool, you will have a space to post documents. So you will see, my colleague will explain details later, but it's a space to share information, communicate, and so on. One logo, so it's the program that provides you with the logo in all the available versions, and one poster template. Now I give the floor to my colleague to see the online tools section.
Hello, my name is Florian Jacquet. I'm the IT manager of the program. And I will give you just a brief overview of our IT system. You already know one of them because you have applied in GEMS. So you will continue to use this monitoring tool during all the life cycle of the project. But this is not the only tool that we are using in the program. You will have your website, your own website, but it will be hosted with our own websites. You will also have a collaboration tool that is named Basecamp. So this tool will be useful for you to exchange information between all the partners, between all the governance projects, between the governance project and the thematic projects. So you may have received already your credentials for all the project partners that are listed in GEMS. So the first account have been sent. If you need to have more accounts for all collaborators, you can ask us to create the account. The form is in the document and tool page in our website. We will post the link, the direct link in the chat later. So you can ask us to create an account and to add us in the Basecamp. Concerning the website, I will let my colleague Céline to explain more in detail all the content of the website.
Okay, thank you, Florian. Hello, everybody. My name is Céline Lièvre. I'm a communication officer also.
my team. So what about your project website? I'm sure you're curious about it. So as Florian was saying, we will provide you with a website directly. Why is that this decision? So this is to harmonize all the website of the project participating into our program, to also facilitate the navigation from a website to another for all the stakeholders and all people, citizens that are interested in your work. Also to ensure the presence of the main features for everybody. And of course, comply with the European Commission and program publicity rules. You will have to be very careful about that. And also to offer you some technical tools. So regarding the content management system, so we offer you the most popular CMS platform, which is WordPress. This is user-friendly, so this is very affordable for everybody, even for people having less experience or fewer experience. This is very intuitive and user-friendly, so you will see that. The template of the pages, etc., is Divi. So we have designed a specific template for the website. But customization is possible, so you will have the possibility to be creative. The features are already branded, and as I was saying earlier, this is for the harmonization of all the websites. So this is a sneak peek of the main features. So pages, the news, the events with calendar, registration, evaluation forms. So for organizing your events, you will have a registration form template. For the surveys also, you can use the one we provide you in WordPress. You can set also, you will have different accounts according to the profile, so administrator, contributor, and subscriber. The possibility to make a glossary, directory of individual and institution, multimedia galleries for all the medias, and the possibility and the need to make some analytics at the end of each year. So this is what is about. So on the left side, you can see the features I mentioned before. So pages, this is a screen of the pages. So you will see the list of all the pages that have been created and that you will be able to feed with contents. And also the forum, etc. We get a lot of features. This is the back end of your website. So this is let's say the template. This is not finished yet. So this is what your project website will look like. This is so made just like the program and the mission website. This is really the same template and branding. So with the latest news and also the preview of the menu. What is important is that in the home page, there will be a quick description of your project and the last news published, the event, just like on ours. And also, we would like the websites to have the same first level menu, here for organization and harmonization. So let's say that I'm a citizen or a stakeholder interested in more than obviously one project in the same category and thematic, and I will and go visiting more websites of other projects. So when are you going to receive it? So we will send you all the access, the link, etc. From between March 4th and 15. Is that okay? Yes. Okay. We will also send you the user manual and the checklist to be sure that all the compulsory items, so this is a minimum items that will have to be on the website before we authorize the online publication. So you will have time to feed your website with content, but obviously for you it's better, the sooner the better. So we set a deadline for mid-June, but of course, if it's ready in April, in May, just proceed. We will proceed. And now I'm passing the floor to Florian for the Basecamp.
Yeah, thank you, Céline. Concerning Basecamp, we just talked about it earlier, but you can see here just a screenshot of the tool with all the features that it can offer. So as I said, it's a collaboration tool. So you will find everything that you need to share information and data and files between the project partners. So you can be in multiple projects. So with your account, you will see all the projects that you are involved in. You will be able to store some file, maybe the deliverable when you are working on it. You can share a calendar. You can use some modules as task management and chat, and so you will see if you when you will be logged in all the feature that you can use. All features are not activated by default, but you can go in the settings for your project and find what you want to use. So as I said earlier, you already have received your account if you were in GEMS as a partner contact. And for the next wave of accounts, you can use the form in the website to ask us to create your account, and depending on your position in the project, maybe we can create your account right now, or we can send an email to make the lead partner aware of your demand and to let him decide of which account has to be created. This is all for me.
Take the floor. I talk about branding. As previously said, the program provides for each project one logo and one poster template. You are so free to develop your visual identity, but you can, it means all the other graphic and visual elements that are not the logo. But there is a brand book for project where are all the rules to be complied with. Just to despite some questions, we are not providing PowerPoint templates or letterhead and no newsletter tool, just the logo for each project and the one poster template that you can modify if you want, keeping the information. Where to find all the main materials and reference documents on the program website. There is a section, documents and tools. We will publish these slides and you will find the link, but it would be easier to find it on the program website. And there is in the section document and tools, there is the section project implementation, where you can find mission and project branding. And under the project branding section, pay attention not to mission branding, but project branding. You can find the project brand book with all the information to customize your communication materials, how to use logos, and so on. To just have a quick look on the program rules here. As you probably know, the mission and mission colors and the icons for mission, for colors, the program font, Montserrat, Open Sans, the program logo. You are probably using the program logo until we are delivering the project logos, but we will deliver your logos very soon. And the project logo will be in two versions. You have a standard version and a horizontal one. The project logo has the project name, the mission icon, and the program logo. This is a screenshot, is an example without the project name, but you can easily see what is the project logo like. And yes, this is the branding and guidelines document. And this is the poster template. The poster in A3 size is an obligation. So each partner in its premises has to publish the poster. You can change the layout if you want, but there are the information we provide in this template are mandatory. So please keep this in mind and respect all this information. On our website, you will find also a guideline to fill this template. The template is in PowerPoint, so it should be easy for you to adapt and to use it, and then you can export in a JPEG or PDF as you prefer in high print version in order to be correctly print. Some information, because you are, I guess you are starting with your events and with the project communication, so you'll use the project logo very soon. Where to use the project logo? Almost everywhere on all communication materials. It's very important because it's the most important visual element to refer to the funding and to the program. How to use the project logo as the program deliver you. Don't change it, don't distort or modify the project logo. You have to use it as we deliver it. And another information that can be useful for you. Remember that there is a space around the logo that has to be respected, and a minimum size for namely for the print version. Last information on branding logo. If there is another logo, the other logo next to the project logos has to be bigger as the not bigger as the European emblem, the European flag. About social network, you'll find the guidelines, but you have different possibility to use the logo on a social network, but it depends also on the platform you will use. You can find this information also in the brand book manual. Now I know that we are providing you with a lot of information, but we will soon organize a meeting for communication officer to clarify all these aspects, because it seems easy. I hope it will be easy for you to understand all this information and guidelines, but it's always better if we have a moment with technical and with communication officers to check in details all your data and questions. About promotional items, I give the floor to Selina.
Yes, so we are receiving already some requests from you. So regarding promotional items, also called the goodies, we remind you that it must be expressly accepted by the Joint Secretariat and branded by with the project logo. It's not active.
I can't see you.
Oh, okay. The slide is not active anymore. Sorry. It seems to be.
We'll go on with it.
Okay, so this is not working, but just so I was saying, any promotional item must be expressly accepted by us. So contact your project officer or ourselves. This is it has to be made for reaching one of the defined target groups and objective. So it has to be necessary. So think about that truly, and it has to be eco-friendly. Who's sharing? Sophie. Sophie. Okay. Please. Thank you. And so some tips, just as Olga say, and if you did not yet understood, please read very carefully the logo brand book. I mean the brand book. Sorry, not the logo brand book. This is your new Bible. This is very important, and you can find any information you need. And for any doubts, just ask us. This is with great pleasure. We will answer you for all kind of doubts and questions. Regarding monitoring.
Yeah, monitoring very quick, just to inform you that you will receive a link with a form to fill at the end at the beginning of next year. It's once a year, and we will ask you for some data on events and social media, but it will be very easy to fill, and it will be an online form. So once a year, the communication report. Next steps, Celine.
Yes. Yes, thank you. We need to open the Okay, sorry. So next steps. So by the end of next week, we will send you your logo in all versions. Then, as Olga mentioned, we are going to organize a more targeted communication meeting. So we're gonna send you in the chat a doodle to pick a date. So this meeting will be really targeted for the communication officers of the project. So really, it's important to have the person that will implement communication. Then this is well, there is a mistake, but by mid-March, we will be able to send you the website. You will have until the mid-June to fill in with content. Communication strategy document, you will have to send it to us in obviously a simple version, but we will be back on that in the communication meeting. So it is due by the end of September. We will also organize a training for communication officers, and it will be possibly in next November or at the end of the year. So we will send you save the date once it has been settled. And for the communication reporting monitoring, it will be in January, so you got time. So you will have the whole year to monitor and send your report in next January.
You can find when we will share the presentation, there are the links to the documents and tools section, training center on our website, the project brand book, program manual, and the communication strategy of the program, and the results amplification strategy. Said that program manual will be.
Yes. Also, there will be an update on the program manual that will come to the website in the next weeks. So with more information on communication. So you can regularly check our website, but we may announce it on our social media channels. So just this is the occasion, if it's not done yet, to subscribe to our Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter X, sorry, or X account. And you may have received in the chat the link for the doodle. So if communication officers can answer it, and then we will contact you, we will send you an email with the most voted date. And for now, that's it for our part.
Thank you very much to our communication and IT officers. So, do we have questions?
Yes,
Yes, we do. For sure. So, we'll do, I will start with this question. Okay. What is the rule for publishing news, developed materials, invitations for events, etc. on individual partners' websites in local languages?
There is no, I mean, the important information has to be published on the project website we are providing you. But obviously, individual partner websites in local languages can reach more and more people locally. So this is important also, but there is no, I mean, obligation on that. But this is encouraged to publish the same information if you can do that in your own language.
Okay, Of course, always using the communication obligations, project logo, etc.
Yes.
Second question, the customization of the project in the homepage is standard horizontal, right?
We didn't get,
On the website?
yes, I'm not sure to understand the question.
Standard/horizontal, right? The customization of the
Only the
homepage.
project logo.
Maybe, yeah, it's,
We can ask to the person
yeah.
to clarify the question. on
Maybe Doulos, if you want to take the floor and clarify your question, it's possible.
Please.
I think I can. Hi, so hello from Greece. My question is that we see a performer from site that is operated in a WordPress with a DV, as you said. So the front end of the page, what we see in the homepage is going to be specifically to the guidelines that you provide. We cannot change anything in the sections or anything. This is what I'm asking, basically. We just add the content.
You have to ask to add the content with the short description of the project. This is compulsory, but then you can customize. I mean,
Okay.
Yes, we can add modules, etc. But you have to put the news, events, and all the sections that are
Okay, we keep
already
the
already
sections. We keep the
Yes.
section as Andy understand, and then we can also make some, let's say, design customizations in the guidelines and in the colors that we use.
If
We
I
use
may
all
add,
the content, yes.
sorry, if I may add something. Yes, you can customize, you can add some pages and sections, but you are not allowed to add plugins because
Yes, okay.
all the websites shares the same structure, and we cannot add plugins for one project and another. So it's limited on this side.
Understood. We don't use plugins either, but I'm just asking about the customization and design prospects. Thank you.
Thank you. Are the indicators that will be used for the communication monitoring already defined? Yes, in our program manual, you have already the information there in the monitoring of the activities and the reporting of the activities. And maybe we could also share on the website the template, let's say, as a just for you to see exactly. Yes, just for information only. We could share the template in our documents and tools. I think it could be interesting. Okay, then does the website host tools for collaborative tools in editing and reviewing the documents and spreadsheets?
No, it's not in the website. The collaboration tool is just Basecamp, and it's to be used in an internal way. You cannot use to publish directly documents. You can make links if you want to share files, but it's not to be in the front end.
And if I may add, in Basecamp, you cannot have work on documents that is directly put in uploaded on Basecamp, sharing as in a collaborative way, but you can add the link to Google Drive, for example, to the document that will be in a Google Drive. So we use it with the governance projects on the Basecamp. We share with the governance project already, and it works well. So you can do that and have the chat, etc., already collaborative function in Basecamp, and put the link to the document you want to share to work in a shared manner. About Basecamp, is it possible to have more than one user for each partner?
Yeah, of course, this is already the case, and you can use the link that we have posted in the chat to ask for more creation of users.
Yes, so you just ask us and we create the account. Next question. Great to have all this help on the communication materials. Many thanks. I was wondering if the Basecamp may also be used to advertise short, relevant project-related events, national Euromed or EU by mission. So there will be a Basecamp dedicated to the mission. So of course, there the governance project will share the information on this calendar, and maybe you could use it also to of course to inform on your own events, so that we can have a calendar there with all the information.
It's as I said earlier, the goal of Basecamp is to ease the exchange of information, but between partners, between projects, not really in a public way. So you
Not
can,
at all. It's not public. I mean, it's yes.
you can use it between the partners, but if you need to publish something, it will be on your website.
Exactly. So you can here you can have the shared information between the different projects of the mission. We will see also at the level of the program if we can put our key events maybe there also so that you know the dates and you avoid those dates when planning your events as well. But for any public information, the website is the one to use. Next question, will the website be available in multiple languages?
No, yes, it's available in 2 languages, the official languages of the program, but we won't have the possibility to add another languages. So in most of cases, it will be the English for the project website. We had the experience of the previous programmation period, and it was very complicated to maintain, and most of the projects that use the multilingual option didn't use it very well or in a complete way to translate all the content. So this time it's only the English and French languages.
Yes, it's true that we had mainly the main pages translated at the beginning of the project and nothing then updated with the lifelong project. This is why we think that finally it's not right, but you can use and make links with your own websites, institutional websites, for information on your own language. Next question, is it possible to design a logo linked to the specific project? Is there any rules to follow? No.
So the project logo, the official project logo, is the one delivered by the program and is the only logo that can represent the project. I don't know if a specific project means anything different from, but I hope I answered to the question.
Then there is a question for the Community for Nature project. So colleagues, Katerina maybe, or colleagues from Community for Nature, if you can answer some more give some more details on the results reception repository. What is expected it hosts? Documents, datasets, videos, or what else? Is there somebody from Community for Nature that can answer to this question?
Yes, hello, if I may. Yes.
No, keep.
Yes, Marilena, go on. Sorry.
The academy is still is starting now to be organized. So we will say in more details what exactly is anticipated from the thematic projects in the 26th of February that we will do the meeting for the mission. But generally, yes, we will need some content as of text or video as we said before, I think. That it will be from the material that they will produce as a thematical project. I don't know if Lucia wants to add something more specific.
Yes, hello. I think the question was on the adapted resources repository, not on the academy, if I'm right. If you can confirm.
Yes.
Yes, it for now it's still an ongoing process. The final outcome will be a tool like a similar one to the toolbox developed in the previous period. It will gather all knowledge and results on the territory of natural heritage. For this year, we worked on the collection of several results outside the program because we didn't have yet the thematic projects. So we have created a collection methodology. It's mainly done through a form, online form, that we will finally share with you in order to collect your results. So we will explain more in the future on this activity.
Thank you, Lucia. Next question, do the communication approach of Interreg projects encourage the joint branding of, e.g., Euromed and Horizon Europe deliverables in case they deal with the same subject? The question is, who is paying for the deliverable? If it's a joint activity between two projects, yes, we can have a double branding. It happens when we share an event, for example, an event where two projects are organizing the event together. But be very careful then on the how we report the costs, because they cannot be shared, but you can have a cost dedicated to one project and others to the other. This has to be done with care when you report your expenditure. So it depends really on the deliverable, let's say. Next question, is there a minimum number of social media profiles to open for each project? Are there preferences?
No, there are not a minimum number and there are not preferences, but this is the reason why you need to have a communication strategy, because the social media management required an effort in terms of human resources and content production. So I suggest to think about your communication goals and the target you want to reach, and then choose the best social media for your goals and so the best platform for your strategy. But as program, there are not rules on which platform to choose and no any restriction.
Next question on the website. Who will be in charge of the maintenance, e.g. updates on WordPress, for example?
Concerning the website, you only have to manage the content. In fact, all the infrastructure will be maintained by the program of our provider.
Next question on Basecamp. Is the lead partner requesting the new access for several users, or each individual partner that can do this for their own collaborators?
It's as you want. If the LP request for a creation, it will be created without verification. If you, as a project partner, you request for the creation, we will look who demands, who makes the demands, and the LP will be aware of that demand. But there is no restriction. You can ask, and then the lead partner can say yes or no.
Yeah, the question is, it's just a matter of security, let's say, not having anyone asking for access. So we put in copy in that case a lead partner for him to be aware of who is accessing to the common base camp.
Just in detail concerning the form for the creation of the account, you need to have an account on our website. So we can identify you because the form is not public. So if you have an account and you are logged into our website, you can make the demand.
Okay, then we have 4 questions in one. Application reports, key deliverables must be uploaded by each organization on the GEMS page. We will talk about the reporting process tomorrow, but the main, the key productions will have to be in GEMS through the progress report of the project, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. When will the logo be sent to us? I think we answered to this question before, but you can repeat it maybe.
As soon as possible, but until the end of next week.
Okay, so by the end of next week, you will have, all of you will have your logos. Where will today's presentations be available, if available? As I said before, they will be available on the website. On the event page by tomorrow, after the second day. Who do we contact to access Basecamp? There is a form to complete.
There is a link in the chat you can use to ask for the creation.
And otherwise, you can send an email to the program.
Yes, to support at interreg euromed.eu.
Next question and last one for the moment, I think. Can we have our own knowledge platform incorporated into the website? If possible, this platform would have information in various program languages.
It depends on what you mean on the platform. You can incorporate parts of external website in your web page, in your website, but you won't be able to incorporate a whole platform with a different language or different standards in your website. But we can discuss about your needs in platform to see how we can host it and how you can use a link between the two platforms.
Thank you. So we don't have any other question, and we are just on time. Olga would like to add something.
Yeah, just a presentation on the question on the website, because I'm not sure it was clear the answer. We provide the template, we provide the content management system on WordPress. We provide the Divi template. You have room, you have space to change the elements, but the layout it's fixed. So I just wanted to precise that you can't change the layout of the website.
Okay, thank you. So we don't have any other question. I think we can close the meeting. Of course, you would like to add something?
Yeah.
So closing words.
Not necessarily, but just to clarify that, as already said by also our colleagues, governance projects, this is not a one-shot seminar in terms of information and help. So we are simply going to start a collaboration between you and us. We at the JES, and as I think I can speak also on behalf of our country partners, we are not your enemy, not the police. So if you have, I'm addressing especially to the newcomers and the partners, because the partners are used to work with us, but not necessarily partners. So it will be to prevent difficulties, to know any difficulties as soon as possible, in order to avoid any risk in the future. And it will be necessary, especially for reporting, for certification of payment and so on, for technical issues. So please take really into account the fact that the JS, the partners, we are partners of you in this program, and even if you have to deliver some dangerous information, we will try to find a solution altogether. It will be easier to do that than to discover that it's too late and to reimburse the program. So this is a really a friendly message. Maybe it's the good word to stop here. I don't know.
Yes, just a reminder on tomorrow agenda, with which we will be the meeting will start at 10 until 12:30 on program bodies and management, on the first implementing steps of the project, on the reporting process, and on finance. So thank you for attending this meeting today, more than 400 people. So we are a big community, and of course, yes, we are here to support you, to accompany you in the project implementation. You have already met all of your project officers, at least online, and they are here as your first contact person to support you in the implementation of your project. Thank you, bye-bye, and see you tomorrow.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.